Rayo News 360, and we are back with business with Alfred Okanse.
Absolutely.
IMF is in the news.
Absolutely, and they're giving indications that there's going to renegotiate the IMF program. Well, it's something that was expected because the NPP administration did give that indication that they were going to review some of the terms in there. We'll see how that pans out eventually.
Great, Alfred.
Right. Let's get into business this evening. My name is Alfred Okanse. Now, the International Monetary Fund has given indication it is open to renegotiate some success benchmarks of its ongoing 3-year external credit facility program with the government of Ghana, following government's inability to keep to the 5.2, likely to achieve its fiscal objectives for 2016, giving the outturn for the first 3 quarters of the year, calling for stronger efforts. The fund expects the overall fiscal deficit on a cash basis to be some 2 to 3 percentage points higher than the 5.2% of GDP that it's projected in September, owing to a very weak revenue performance and higher than planned capital spending. Our government is to ensure improvement in the country's export trade between Ghana and Morocco. Speaking at the Ghana-Morocco economic meeting in Accra, Finance Minister nominee Ken Ofori-Atta says the $3.6 million export to Morocco as against $64.8 million import from Morocco must be improved to encourage local production.
Ghana and Morocco have had long-standing bilateral ties since the 1960s. These relations have resulted in interventions in the aviation, agricultural and educational sectors. However, much of the economic potential from both countries remain untapped. The Ghana-Morocco economic meeting seeks to explore greater investment opportunities to deepen economic ties. Ministerial nominee for Finance Ken Ofori-Atta assured the business community of the new administration's preparedness in creating a more stable business environment.
I'm sure most of you worry about budget deficits, currency stability and all of that. And that really is what we at the ministry are about. How do we ensure that our revenues increase, our expenditures are value for money driven, corruption is cut down, which is one of the key issues that the president is concerned about. The government will be a lot more business oriented.
CEO of Ghana Investment Promotion Center, Mawina Dumont Treba, highlighted agriculture, manufacturing and financial services as Ghana's priority sectors for development.
Remittance of proceeds on the sale or liquidation of investments. There are a number of customs duties exemptions. There are locational incentives. I think that's very important for those of you who will be looking to invest outside of the traditional commercial capitals, Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi. There are tax rebates available for those of you looking at those locations.
Leader of the Moroccan business delegation, Miriam Ben Salah Shakron, described the Ghanaian business environment as ideal for investment and economic growth.
In this framework, we private sector representatives, actors of the economic diplomacy, need to fulfill our role in straightening the business ties between the Republic of Ghana and the Kingdom of Morocco.
King Mohammed VI of Morocco will pay a state visit to Ghana on January 18.
All right, so prices of petroleum products are up between 2 to 10% at the various pumps across the country. The increase is actually due to the cedi's depreciation as well as existing petroleum taxes.
For petrol, you're looking at between 2 to about 10%. For diesel, it's likely to be about 2 to 6% from what we have seen at the market so far. But as we speak, most of the OMCs are still in the adjusting phase. So people should go out there and fill their tanks because invariably prices have gone up and the pumps are beginning to reflect them.
This is the second increase in petroleum prices in 2017, according to COPEC. Until government removes existing taxes on fuel, consumers will continue to bear the brunt at the pumps.
If the government doesn't do anything about taxes immediately, we have said that 100 days is good grace period for any government to be assessed. But on fuel, as far as deregulation is in full force, as far as the bi-weekly window pricing is in full force, the government may not have to take the 100-day period to do something about it. Today prices have gone up. It could go up again.
All right, we'll stay the steam on that story going forward subsequently in our bulletins. But let's go on to the commodities market now and find out how the commodities are faring on the world market. If you see that gold is trading at $1,203.03, and it's up by 0.48%. And I must say that gold is enjoying some increase on holiday trading today in the United States, and there's been a lot of exchange in that respect. Cocoa as well now also trading at $213 a ton. Now it's been dropping for the past 3 days, and the reason has been attributed to some bad weather that most cocoa producing countries are experiencing as we speak at the moment. And there's a lot of focus as well with other issues relating to especially cotton, and this particular administration, that's the Nana Akufo-Addo administration, that's made commitments to improve on the cotton production in this country. And we're going to keep a focus on how they intend to deliver on that particular promise. If you recall, this particular cotton production in the 3 northern regions has been its shadow as we speak, because a lot of the farmers now have been complaining of low yields and have decided to divert their attention into other areas. But cotton as well, the crude oil now trading on the world market now at $55.77 a barrel. Now it's up by 0.58%, and this is the reason, even though the oil producing exporting countries committed to an increase in the cut down of their production levels from 1.2 million barrels per day to about 32.5 million barrels per day. There's some doubt on the part of investors because Russia and the like though have committed, but have still not discharged on that commitment. We'll keep an eye on the developments on the world market with respect to crude oil prices. But that's it for business.